Well, I just came here to tell you something that is very crucial. You have been jotting the wrong way, and that is why whatever you jot remained in your jotter. Now, I want to tell you how to jot because I noticed this when I was in school. I was in 300 level when I stopped jotting. I stopped totally. I don't have jotter. I don't have any jotter. I don't. Now, because I noticed something, I've been jotting the wrong way. I've noticed that questions will come out from my own jotter and I will still fail it during test and during exam. So I kept asking myself why continuous. I kept on failing questions that I jotted down. And then I noticed the error and I want to just share it with you that so that it will help you. You see, a lot of things I teach came out from my personal experience and then I modified it. I checked online and then I came up with something like this to tell you. And this one is a fact that you have been jotting the wrong way. I'm so sure of it, except you know what study skills then you have been judging the right way. Now, I mean, you have heard something like this that if you want to clear your head, write down something. So the moment you start writing down what you think or what you feel, you are clearing your head. Now, what if you are reading and then you understand the concept and then you jot it down? What do you think is happening to you too? You are removing it from your head and you are putting it on the jotter. Do you understand? I will say it again. If the way you clear your head is by writing in your journal, what if I go to class and then I understood a concept or I'm reading and then I jot something from my head into the book? What do you think is happening? I'm taking it out of my head into the book. Right? It means that is what happened to most students is that the more they jot, the more they forget because jotting is a way of clearing your head. Or except you jot the way I want to tell you. If you jot this way, then jotting will be more beneficial to you. So let's get into it, right? Yeah. There's a concept they called delayed note taking. Delayed note taking. So most of this how most students read. They go to class, maybe they are reading about anatomy. Anatomy is the study of the structure of the internal. Oh, anatomy is study. They will write it in their jotter word for word. Why? Oga, why? If you are writing it word for word, it's already inside of the textbook now. You don't have to write it. Do you understand? So what I want you to do is this. It's called delayed note taking. So instead of writing down the concept that you just understood now, you wait. When you are done with the whole page, right? Then write down what you understood from the whole page in 5 lines. Now, what I just told you now will help you because number one, it will boost your memory capacity. Number two, it will force you to think. And you know, thinking does something to your brain. Thinking is a command to your brain. You will think of a way of summarizing it, and you will have to hold on to those information that you have read from the first page down. Do you understand? So it's called delayed note taking. If you must jot, please practice what I call delayed note taking. Don't just jot immediately. It will not work now. No, you will forget everything you have been reading. And if you are in class too, don't jot. Listen. Do you know why? Because you cannot multitask. So it's either you are listening to the lecturer or you are jotting down. And the moment you are jotting down, just know that you are not listening to him again. You have not fully grasped everything he's trying to say. Don't write. But this is what I would advise you to do. If you must write, if you must jot in class, write down possible test and exam questions. Write down some things that interested you to know. Do you understand? Because it will trigger you to do your research after class. But if you write down word for word what the lecturer is saying, you will not learn anything. Besides, guess what? That is what all your friends in class are doing. So just keep quiet. Don't judge. Just listen. Don't judge. Just listen. Every other of your classmates, your colleagues, they are jotting what the lecturer is saying. So after class, you can just collect their notes and write it. But you just practice, just listen or write down possible questions. Then number two, your memory technique is bad. Now I'm trying to talk about jotting. Now most people they write because they think the more they write, the more they remember. But that's a lie. It works so for some people. It works because there's a process that goes into remembering. Yes, there's a process that goes into remembering. So that technique for memorization is not actually correct because the way you are jotting is wrong. Why are you jotting like textbook? No. There's the concept they call mind mapping. Check, maybe I'll do a video on it. Mind mapping. So if you want to jot that way. Jot using a mind map. It will force your brain to think, to create something out of your own understanding. Do you understand? And if you want to jot, please jot what you understood, not what the lecturer said. Write it in your own words. Write it in your own word, because the lecturer is trying to communicate his own understanding. But you cannot get it until you get your own understanding. I think I did a video on why the only way you can learn is through self-education. Nobody can teach you. No textbook can teach you. No lecturer can teach you. Yeah, it's true. So please take it serious. If you must jot down questions in class, or jot down things that are interesting to you, so that you will do your studies after the class. And then if you must jot, practice what I call delayed note taking. You summarize the whole page in 5 lines. And if you must jot again, practice mind map. Mind mapping is a far much more effective way of jotting. Do you understand? My name is Alfred Akwesi, and I'm a learning coach. Simply put, I make learning easy for students, for workers, and people interested in learning a skill. Thank you for watching.